Hey everyone, welcome. Thanks for waiting for me. I hope you're doing well on this Wednesday night. Just making sure this is going. I am... Okay, it is going. That's awesome. Hey, welcome everyone. I am Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay. I am the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks Take on One Take. It's Clay's Canucks Commentary live stream for Wednesday night, September the 15th. I have now started with my 2 live streams a week. I had a great one on Sunday. Technically, it's 3 live streams a week if you count Canucks After Dark on Mondays. Parker and I had a wonderful show on Monday, and then we are here tonight once again. So thanks everyone for being here. Right off the bat, I want to say no matter where you're watching from, if you're in my hometown of Richmond, in the beautiful neighborhood of Steveston, in the city, in the Lower Mainland, in the province, in the country, on the continent, or around the world, thank you. Thank you for being here. I do not take you for granted. I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, doing whatever else, but instead you are here with me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Like this video already as we get going. Like the fact that we are getting closer to rookie camp on Friday. Like the fact that we are getting closer to training camp next week. Like the fact that one day we will get Pettersson and Hughes signed. And like the fact that we can hang out for an hour tonight talking about whatever you want to talk about. So let me get my thank yous out of the way. Let me do a couple quick announcements and we will get going. Firstly, I want to give a thank you to my sponsors. My lead sponsor, as you guys now know, is Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. And I've been with them since the start of September. This is my second stint with them. Lost 6 pounds now. I know it's not just about losing weight. It's about healthier habits. I actually came back from playing volleyball. I took Jacob and Kayla to the gym for an hour. So just came back from that and that felt good. And yes, working with Perform and Transform. And you can get a 7-day trial with my trainer, Patrick. I already know one YouTube subscriber who has done that actually, who signed up, did a consultation call with Patrick. Patrick loves him. I'm sure that this person is happy as well. So yes, you can sign up for a free 7-day trial with my personal trainer. It's performandtransform.ca/Canuck Clay. So that's there if you are interested in that. So I also want to give thank you to Monkey 9 Brewing, who's been my longest serving sponsor. Now Gassy Jack Art. Well, I forgot to put the pictures up, but you know what Gassy Jack can do. And then still has that promo of buy 2, get 2 free. And then, of course, Zawada Mortgages as well, led by ex-NHL player Raymond Zawada. So those are my 4 sponsors. And I just realized it was such a rush to get here that I didn't even change any of the announcements on the bottom. So yes, Canucks After Dark has passed. Now we are at the Wednesday live stream, and there's still that 7-day free personal training. Okay, a couple things I want to talk. I want to give a shout out to my hero members, nucksfan number 29, Justin Credible, Lucas Gates, and Andrew Chang. My Hall of Fame members, Jens95, simalexander, Chris Seifried, Adam Broomfield, and Shannon Hollingworth. And all members of all levels, you're listed in my video descriptions. And if you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or any of my videos or on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. And moderators, thank you. I know I saw some discussion in the chat about certain people. Do you need to moderate them, ban them? And I know every moderator has a different level of tolerance, but I trust you guys to do what you have to do. So I'm glad you guys are all here. Thank you. There's a smaller group tonight, but that's fine. Hopefully it grows throughout the season. We're at 30 people right now, so let's get those likes up to 15 or so. I always like to have half of the viewers in likes. So if you're here and you're still happy that you're part of the CCC crew, make sure that you do leave a like on this video. And if you haven't subscribed already, I encourage you to do so. 50% of my viewers, my views come from people who aren't subscribed yet. So we got to try and convert those into subscribers. Okay. Let's see now. I already see some stuff going on. Should I address it now? Let's do this. Hello, John, the legend, and anyone else. Lucas, I appreciate you, man. I know that you... Let's do this. If I may. Lucas, why don't let the gym betting stuff go for now, if you don't mind, Lucas. Thank you. I know it's hard because I don't get to hear from you back. You can only type, right? And I'm going to let the other moderators, I'm going to request that the other moderators kind of handle the gym betting account for today, if that's cool. I think that's the best compromise. And I don't want to make a big deal of it. Lucas, I appreciate you, especially as a hero member. I know that you are really, really trying to help, and I appreciate you. I want you to know that. At the same time, I want to be able to see what Jim is saying, especially if it's not, it might be like kind of offensive or annoying to you or any of the moderators, but if in general it's okay. So this is what I'm going to ask. Lucas, don't worry about hiding or timing out Jim betting for tonight. Let the other moderators handle it, and I want to see how it goes. And Jim, at the same time, yeah, thanks, Lucas. I appreciate your understanding. That's a good, mature response. Thank you, Lucas. And then Jim, I'd asked you to be very respectful as well. And I'm sure you, I don't know. I haven't seen what you guys are talking about, but I trust you guys. Okay. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate that. And I appreciate your everyone trying to make this a very positive experience for everyone. So thanks, everyone. Yeah. And if he's sending, shots at me, I can handle it. Lucas, I appreciate you taking care of me as you always do, but I can handle it as well. So let's see what happens. So thanks everyone for being here. A couple things of news real quick, and then I want to throw to you. Rookie camp opens on Friday. They just announced that Michael DiPietro will actually be joining rookie camp. So at least they have 2 goalies, so they still don't have enough for a scrimmage. They have, I think it's 8 forwards, 3 defensemen, and 2 goalies now. So 13. So there's not even 4 defensemen. So obviously it's going to be drills. It's kind of, hey, I don't want to get hurt before real camp. But, some of the guys that are there, obviously all eyes. And I'm actually going to be talking about this in my vlog tomorrow. I just got my thumbnail from my secret. I'll say, that looks great. Thanks. That looks great. Thank you. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about Canucks rookie camp in my vlog for tomorrow. And my question to you is, after Vasily Podkolzin, is there someone else that you are excited to see? So is it the goalie, Artur Silovs, and now Michael DiPietro? Is it one of the defensemen, one guy who I've never even heard of before named Canuck Leppert? Is it Victor Pearson? Is it Jet Wu, a blast from the past? Or is it one of the forwards? Is it Carson Falk? I got to be careful how I say that last name. Ethan Keppen, Danila Klimovich, our 2nd round pick from this year, Connor Lockhart, Tristan Nielsen, guys I don't really know, Karol Plasik, Chase Wooters, and of course Vasily Podkolzin. So I kind of think that after Podkolzin, even though my title of my video is called All Eyes on Podkolzin, I think there's going to be a lot of people that are really interested to see what Danila Klimovich can do, the Belarusian. So we'll see. That opens on Friday. It's only one day, Friday, September 17th at Rogers Arena, but there's going to be a lot of hype. There's going to be a lot of media there. You're going to see a lot of footage, a lot of tweets, a lot of video. People are going to get all excited from one scrimmage, or not even a scrimmage. They don't have enough guys. One practice. And then, of course, main camp starts next week. So that's going to be my video tomorrow. It's going to be on the rookie camp that's happening on Friday. And then, of course, the big news right now, we're still waiting for Pedersen and Hughes contracts. Nothing new to report there. Got a big work event, or my second biggest event of the year. It's happening this Saturday, so I'll be a little bit busy with that. So we'll see how the vlogs go over the weekend. And I guess the one other thing I was going to say is the Canucks tweeted today from their official account some pictures from their own skate at Rogers Arena today, non-rookies, and we saw a picture of Demko and Halak. We saw a picture of Besser. We saw a picture of who else did we see? I should pull it up right now. I know there's a picture of Podkolzin and Hoglander, which I think is the coolest dynamic for sure, because they're technically going to be battling for a spot, I think. And then, oh yes, the other picture was of Oliver Ekman-Larsson wearing number 23, of course. Interesting about Hoglander, he has a 21 on his helmet. So either he took Louis Eriksson's old helmet, or he is switching his number from 36 to 21. So that's something kind of interesting. And I guess the last thing I'll say is the NHL released, and then the Canucks released video of Thatcher Demko and Jason Dickinson, the newly acquired Jason Dickinson. They're in Toronto for the NHL media tour, and I think I'll talk about Dickinson over the weekend. He looks to be very, very likable. Okay, so everyone here, thank you. Moderators, thank you. Let's get going. Let's go. Oh, Hot Take was in here. Oh, I didn't. Good night. Thank you. Thanks, John. I'm not sure if you're still here, but I'm glad that you came to say hello. I always appreciate the support. I know it's like 1 o'clock in the morning out there. By the way, if you are, before I ask for questions, before, is there anyone here? No, let's do this. Everyone type in, and don't lie. Everyone type in what city you are coming from tonight and what country, if it's from not Canada. So quickly, just put it in the chat right now. There's 45 people in here, which is great. Let's see where everyone is from. And I'm going to read them out because this is exciting to me. Chris is in Nanaimo. Dexter is in Nanaimo. So already Nanaimo off to start. Rome's in Vancouver. Lucas, Vancouver, Canada. Home of your Canucks. Nicely done. Same as Sportsnet 650. So 2 Nanaimos, 2 Vancouvers. Where is everyone from? Matthew, Nanaimo as well. Nicole, Mississauga. Thank you, Nicole, for being here and staying up. NZ, Williams Lake. Did not know that. Fillmore, Sharks territory. I knew that. Ellie Women's Hoops, LA. Yes, thank you. Jim, West Bay, because I'm super rich. Jogpal, our ticket's going to be real expensive this season. And Surrey, I like how he just kind of puts that in there. I think they're about the same as previous years, to be honest. Delta, Reaction Club, Alvin. Hong Kong, Alvin, you win the Furthest Away Award. Thank you. Esquimalt in Victoria for Coach Rob. Levi's in Ontario. That is awesome. Oh, I heard a buzz. Willy Wonka just subscribed. That is great. Streamlabs is supposed to send me in the chat, but maybe I messed that up. So, there it is. Thank you for subscribing, Willy Wonka. Thank you. Let's get some Willy Wonka hype in the chat. Jogpal's in Surrey. Dexter, Nanaimo. Canucks Access says Edmonton. I think I missed one that said Ontario. I got to make sure. No, Levi is Ontario. That's cool. Will G, West Kelowna. Shannon's in Victoria. We are both Grand Cache. Yes, that would be Jamie and Shelley. Mike's in Greenwood. Greenwood, wow. That's where my family was interned. My Japanese family was interned in World War II. Greenwood, wow. I didn't know someone who actually lived there, though. Kamloops, but in Bulgaria. Roadster, you are awesome. Nanaimo representing Willy Wonka. Oh, that's Streamlabs. Was out in Vancouver. Went to Richmond. Now home in Surrey. Well, what happened to Delta and Burnaby and Coquitlam, Justin? You're slipping. And we know where Doozy jail from. Oh, gosh. Canadian and China. Nice, Mark. Nice, Mark. Willy Wonka, where's the candy? Subhype, Burnaby. Mike, that's cool. You're in Greenwood, remember? Awesome. Where are you from? I'm in Vancouver, if you're asking me. I live in Richmond. What am I talking about? Williams Lake. Awesome. Very good. Love it, you guys. Love it, guys and gals. All right, Fangirl. Hi, Clay. When do you think the Canucks will be true cup contenders? And I know you're in Northern BC, in a city not to be revealed, at least in this chat. I think they're still true cup contender. It's one thing to make the playoffs. It's another thing to contend for the cup. I think they're 3 years away from actually being a Final Four team. But I think they can make the playoffs this season for sure. Crappy Williams hype. Jogpaw, you're the only Surrey guy who admits it. Maybe there's some people here watching that they're from Surrey, but they don't say it. Fillmore, do you feel excited when the season started with Messi on the team back then? Or did you know it'd be disappointing? This season fans might feel the same way with the signings and be divided. Great question, Fillmore. No, I was excited because that team had Naslin, had Linden, had Mugioni. Was Bure still here? So that team should have been way better. I was excited. So there's no way that you could predict the dog's breakfast it would have become. Edmund, local Vancouver. Levi, how many games do you go to a year? Between 14 and 18. So about a third of them, Levi. Mostly on my own tickets, but then sometimes I get given by the Canucks 1 or 2 a promo a year and or from other opportunities. But in my seats, probably 12 to 14, then another 2 to 4, sometimes with Marie and things like that. Fangirl and Adam says hello. That is awesome. Mike, I don't live in Greenwood. I'm just taking care of my parents' cap. Oh, that's good of you, Mike. Jim, by the way, don't worry about your videos group not increasing. The Gym Bros will come in once to start. Popular Jimbo hype train. That's fine with me. Ellie Williams, Canucks realistic record after 10 games. Because they start on the road for 6. Let's say they go 2-4, then they go 3-1. They might be 5-5 after 10, but only because they start with 6 on the road. Did you see the Canucks jersey concept that's been making the rounds on social media? P.S. We're sticking with the Orca for the... No, Lucas, I have not seen that jersey concept. I'll have to look it up when we're done. Fangirl, what was the Canucks' biggest strength in 94 and 2011? 2011, strong, deep. Sedins, Kessler, Burrows, Ehrhoff, Edler, Hamhuis, Luongo, and Net. They were strong in all positions. In 94, that was more of a will thing. Linden, McLean, but they weren't the most talented team. That was a sheer will thing. Enzi, Clay, you should do a video on categories of bad contracts, really good contracts, and really good contracts for the Canucks. I think that's a great idea, Enzi. I think that's a really good idea, actually. Contract tier ranking. I'll make a note right here. Levi, when do you expect the Canucks to sign Petey and Hughes? Right in the middle of next week, right before training camp. Travis Green, do you think Quinn Hughes is the next Tyson Barrie? I hope not. I think you're talking about an overhyped offensive defenseman. I hope not as well. I think he's a better player and a bit smarter than that. So I think he's going to figure it out. I've read articles about him working on his defensive game over the offseason. Mike, your grandparents live in Grand Forks. Nice. Doozy with sushi and Bertuzzi's jacuzzi. Hey, Clay, betting was wrong. I'm not watching from jail. Currently out on parole and living in a house in Greenwich. With the owners know. Okay, well, I won't say nothing. That's good. Kango, hi, Clay. I think the Canucks need more team toughness, and guys that will keep other teams honest. Thoughts on this? I'm not convinced, Kango. You can play tough. Hamonic plays tough. Pearson's gritty. Miller can play tough. Horvat's okay. Podkozin's getting help. I hear what you're saying. I think as a team, gone are the days where you just play a goon. I'm not saying that's what you're suggesting, but even someone like Zach McEwen can't even break into the lineup under Travis Green. So I'm not sure that that's going to happen, but I hear where you are coming from. Bill, did you watch the Demko and Dickinson at the media day? Yeah, I mentioned that right at the top of my stream tonight. I liked it. I thought it was great. A lot of fun, and I think Jason Dickinson is going to be a fan favorite, just like Connor Garland. Clay is not very optimistic about Canucks this season. Oh, yeah, I think they can finish as high as second in the Pacific. I think that's pretty optimistic. Ehrhoff was underrated. I agree with you, Edmund. He was so good. Levi, how many players do you have over 70 points? Talked about this on Canucks After Dark. We actually have a prop bet contest that you can find, and I'll link in my video tomorrow as well. I have 3 players over 70. Petey, Besser at 71, and Miller right on 70. So technically, I guess that's 2 over 70, but 370 or more. Dexter, do you see Conor McGregor throw his drink at MG Machine Gun Kelly? Yes. Rumor has it that it was a Monkey 9. I'm sure my son Sean, who does marketing for them, would not mind. That's really funny. Fangirl NHL website says the All-Star game is to be determined 2022, but Wikipedia says February 4th and 5th. Don't know what to believe. I'm not sure if there's All-Star game this year if they're going to the Olympics, right? Or is there? I don't know. Someone tell me. I actually can't remember. Clay, they play Buffalo, Anaheim, Detroit, and LA in the first 10. How could they go 1-5 against the other equal teams? Good question, Enzi. I asked a question and I gave my answer. I think those teams are pretty bad, but the Canucks are on the road. So fine, maybe they go 6-4. But I'm not going to sit here and say they're going to go 7-3 or 8-2. Not when you're starting on the road for 6 in a row. The teams might be bad, but that's still 2 weeks of traveling, right? So I'll stick to 5-5, and if they do better than that, that is awesome. Lucas, did you see the Las Vegas Raiders win? What an epic win. That was a crazy, crazy game from the end of the fourth quarter through overtime. Mike misses Mason Raymond. Okay, that's fine. Do we know when the trade deadline is happening yet? Probably the season's a tiny bit later, probably mid-March this year. Yeah, Jogpal is optimistic like Enzi, saying they'll probably win 7 or 8. All-Star game is in Vegas. Thank you, Jim. Levi, Pup think Canucks will win opening night. It seems like they have the past 3 years. Not sure what that means, but Pup, maybe that's don't you think? Yeah, the Canucks seem to win on opening night. They're in Edmonton, right? That'll be nice. Andrew, sorry, Clay, don't apologize. What do you think of the Oliver Ekman-Larsson signing? It's going to be hard for him to live up to that contract. But it came with Connor Garland, so when you look at the big package, I think it's fine. But I think if Ekman-Larsson plays well, that'll silence a lot of the critics for sure. Lucas, there's an NHL All-Star game and Olympics. Thank you. What player on the roster currently has the most trade value? Well, if you count PD, I'd say PD. Then you either go Hughes or Demko, I think. But if you don't, I know PD and Hughes are technically will be on our roster. Maybe Bo will have a lot of trade value as well. Yeah, so Jim says we can win 5 out of the 6. I hear what you guys are saying about easy teams, but if it was against those 6 easy teams at home, then I would say, yeah, they'll win 4 or 5. But on the road, it's just a little tougher. I don't think Green will play Puckles and Hoglander together with Horvat or Dickinson since that feels a little too inexperienced for his liking. Yeah, Travis, I talked about that in my vlog today. Could you see, because Horvat actually made a comment to play with Garland and Pearson. Potentially. He didn't say that's his preference. He said that could happen, but that would lead Dickinson, Hoglander, and Podkolzin. That is a lot of inexperience for sure. Edmund, since Kessler is about retired, would you consider him for Ring of Honor? I'm 50-50 split on that. I wouldn't be upset if he did, but I wouldn't be upset if he didn't. Mike, when will the Canucks finish first in the NHL again? In the whole league, I think that's not going to be for a while. We should have enjoyed those 2 years when it happened. Elias, 6-3-1. Okay, that's fair. Lucas says number 1 should be the next number to be retired. Jim, not sure what you're asking. Louis Erickson's, the fact that Hoglander took Louis Erickson's number. Yeah, I'm not sure what Fangirl's original comment was. Sorry. Dexter, have you seen the devious licks trend? No, I haven't. And I was afraid to even say that. I almost screwed that up. And I don't know if I want to look that up. Dexter, you can tell me about it. And I'm not sure if I should look it up. It's going to give me a virus on my computer. Jogpa, long question, but where does the salary cap come from at the end of the year? From the owners, or is it accumulated from ticket sales? It's a bunch of factors, Jogpaul, but the NHL basically sets it. I don't think the PA has much input. Otherwise, they'd want it to be high every year, obviously. It's a combination of how the league's doing financial. If the league's doing better, the salary cap goes up. Of course, with COVID, that's why the salary cap didn't go up for this upcoming season. So I think that's a good question, and I'm sure I'm missing a lot, but it's a combination of factors, but it's set by the league. Should we retire Schmidt's number? I don't think he did enough. Levi says, what do you see the lowest place the Canucks get in the Pacific? The lowest? They could finish as low as 6. I don't think they will, and that would be between Vegas, Edmonton, Calgary, LA, and Seattle. I think the Canucks can finish between 2nd and 4th. Kirk McLean is number 1. Lucas, dual retirement for Bobby Lou and Kirk McLean. There you go. That's your Demko 923 save percentage. That would be amazing. I had him pegged at 918. Okay, look it up. Okay, I'll look right now, Dexter. But if something bad happens to my phone, I'm going to devious licks. Oh, to steal soap dispensers and urinals. Then what do you do with them? Okay. Dexter, are you doing that at your high school or what? Is that popular? When is Longo's cap recapture off the books? And that's correct, Dexter. It is at the end of the season, but we have $3 million and change, one more year. Edmund, what would you say was the worst former one-season Canuck was? What would you say was the worst former one-season Canuck? Was Eric Weinrich? Another guy, Matthew Schneider, I thought was going to be a lot better when he came here, but he wasn't. Levi says first 10 games, Canucks go 6-4. That's good. Dexter haven't been doing the devious licks. That's good. Good. Stay out of trouble. Oh, we're up to 60 viewers. That's awesome. Jockball, do you get burnt out from live streaming and balancing your church job? No, not yet. I think this fitness regimen is going to be good for me. Okay, here's a quick little speech I'll give, and then it's probably going to make me behind in the comments, but that's okay. I do a lot of things. It sounds like I'm bragging, but I do. You guys know I have my real job. Then I have my church job where Wednesday nights I run the religious ed program. I have my family. I'm studying for my master's. I have a bowling league once a week. And then I do Canucks content every day, including 2 live streams. So there's about 6 or 7 things that I focus on, but I never like to say I'm busy, because I think when you say you're busy, it's a function of poor time management. Anyone who complains that they're too busy or they're so busy, often it's because they're poor managers of time. I truly believe that you'll make time for the people you need to and the things you need to do. You might have to prioritize, you might have to sacrifice. So to answer your question, I try not to get burnt out. My faith has a lot to do with it. My health has a lot to do with it. My support system, Gail and my 3 kids, have a lot to do with it. But I find that I get more energy by being, I don't want to say by being busy, by being active, by doing a lot of things. So I hope that, so I do have a full-time ministry job, Jogpaul. And then on the side, I do another 15 to 20 hours a week at my home church. So I work for the Catholic Archdiocese overall. Then I do another 15 to 20 hours a week at my home church. And then on top of that, studying for my master's, bowling, Canucks stuff. So those are my main things right now. Thank you for asking, though. Well, I just spilled water all over my mouse. Jim wants to leak the contracts. What was the Canucks' biggest downfall in the 2013-2014 season? I think Alain Vigneault was getting... These are very specific questions, Fangirl. But if that was the season that... 11, 12, 13. No, Vigneault was gone, right? That was Torts? That was Torts' year. Yeah, Torts just... I think he lost the room after that crazy brawl and trying to storm the Calgary dressing room. Nate Schmidt, wonder if his attitude really hurt the room. I don't know if his attitude hurt the room, Edmund. I just think that he didn't have a chance to get to know his teammates that well. Oh, Dexter, I see what you're saying about why you couldn't use the washroom. NZ Demko 923 save. I think that's a little high. Levi says, what made you start YouTube? At first, it was to share videos about my family and my ministry. So my earliest videos 10 or 11 years ago were more about family. Then the Winter Olympics happened, and that's what really started my YouTube channel growing. And then I moved to Canucks. Roadsters thinks the road trip will be great for the team. Yeah, I agree with you, especially right off the bat. Yeah, that's a good point. Yes, and the Canucks After Dark. Very good, Jamie. Thanks for the reminder. You're right, Clay. Thanks, Chris. I think that was when I was on my soapbox about time management. Fillmore, people say they don't have time. They do have time. It's just what they do at the time. That's a great point. How did salaries work before the salary cap era? Good question. I think you can just do whatever you want. I think. Born in Vancouver, but living in Richmond. Yes, Jim. Shannon giving some props to Coach Rob. That's awesome. That's why Coach Rob's such a good person. Richard Berger's birthday. Thank you, Lucas. Fangirl, do you think it's a smart idea that the main roster player is not attending the Milford Golf Tournament, just alumni are attending? Yeah, it's funny because I'm volunteering for that on Monday. That's something I haven't said too much. I'll get some behind the scenes footage for Hall of Fame and Hero members. But yeah, I am volunteering at the Jake Milford Tournament once again. And this year, we're aware that the Canucks players and coaches are not participating because it's too close to training camp and because of COVID restrictions. So it's going to be media, it's going to be alumni, and it's going to be sponsors, and it's still going to be a lot of fun, actually. So I hope to get some good stories. And that's happening this Monday, September the 20th. Yeah, Santorelli's injury was a turning point for sure, Jim. Talk about Torts season had to be the worst season of the decade. Yeah, and they started off well, too. They were fighting for a playoff spot. Hail to the King Brodeur, says Rome. Dexter, I was about to hit a devious lick on the person who made the bathroom become locked. I had to go so... That was funny. JDS, hey Clay, Jamie, I got a question for you. Where do you think we'll be at the end of the season? Do you think we'll get first place? And do you think you think this could be the year? I think we're going to finish second in the Pacific. That's a very optimistic take, but I don't think they're going to win the Stanley Cup this year. I think they can hopefully get to at least where they got 2 seasons ago. Jogpile, why is training camp so short? Should be 2 or 3 weeks long, because that's just the way it is now. You get more you can only go so long playing against your own guys, right? In scrimmages and stuff. I think there's more value in exhibition games. Last year, there were no exhibition games because of the shortened 56-game season. So this year, at least, they have a full slate of 8 exhibition games. Shannon, I hope that PD and Hughes sign by the 23rd. I think we all do. Lucas, Clay, do you like the idea of an NHL Summer League? I always like watching hockey, but I think that's a nice break. And I think players will enjoy the break unless I'm missing something about how a Summer League would be run. But I think that's a nice break from hockey, to be honest with you. No, I did not hear Donnie say he'd shave his head if they won the cup. But I think he's safe this year. Fangirl, do you think any Canucks will get nominated for an NHL award this season? I think Podkolzin has a chance for the Calder. I think Demko has an outside chance for the Vezina. Yeah, Lucas, in the same vein as NBA's summer. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know. Summer hockey just feels weird. Justin, did you see Demko during the media day? I did. He's got a pretty great personality, which should help in the locker room when things get a bit dicey during the down stretches to lighten the mood. Yeah, I like Demko a lot. He seems fun. He seems pretty confident, like sure in himself, and he's smart. He's not afraid to have fun though, especially with that stupid TikTok dance that I don't know what I was trying to do there. Angie says 7-3 in the first 10. Travis, yes, we do have enough cap space to sign both, but the agent knows that the players have the leverage right now. Is there a plan for how many fans will be allowed in the games? Shiraz, I heard from someone who talked to someone. So again, it's someone who talked to someone that it's going to be 50% capacity for the preseason and 100% capacity for the regular season. I'll see it when I believe it. I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. But we'll see. But that's what I heard from someone. Dexter will shave his head and eyebrows if the Canucks win the cup. Okay, you guys heard it here first. GDS, I can't wait to see what Halak is going to do with Demko. How do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to be with chemistry? Yeah, I think they'll be fine. I don't think Halak will be the same mentor that Holtby was to Demko, but I also think he'll be a better player on the ice. Clay, do you know Vasilevsky is second for Calder odds? I did not know that, but that doesn't surprise me. Well, it surprised me a little bit, actually. Do I think Demko and Pullman have a resemblance? Not that I've noticed. Lucas, rookie showcase. It'll give prospects time to show the fans and get used to being with fellow prospects. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because I do remember the summer showcase and the young stars. Okay, you're kind of selling me on it, Lucas. How did the mess up Podkolzin's name remind us? Stan Smeel, in announcing him, the draft choice, in front of Vancouver fans, said Vasilias Podslovins. Look it up. Vasilias Podslovins. Not the best. Yeah, there you go, Jim. Vasilia Podslovins. Fangirl, apparently the rumor is the NHL draft will happen July 7th. And it'll be a one-day draft instead of the usual 2. I did not know that. Olivia Rathbone. I want Rathbone. I think he's a better player. Dexter, what do you think of girls wearing dog collars? Is that a trend now too? I don't think I would approve that, having a daughter. Justin, if the Canucks slow start on the road, do you think the crowd will pressure for Aquilini to make a move on JB? Or do you think a move won't come till trade deadline depending on the team position? I think a slow start, fans might get impatient, but that's a little bit unrealistic. I think you got to wait till at least the Canucks have some home games. But yeah, I think there's always going to be pressure. Given all the moves Benning made over the offseason, there's going to be pressure right off the start. Jim Benning says the draft is on June 24, 25. Dexter Stansmew had a bit too much monkey nine that night. He had something, or maybe he was nervous, or maybe he's simply not a good public speaker. But then again, neither is Jim Benning. Mike, have you heard about Jewel Lake Resort in Greenwood? No, I haven't, Mike. Lucas, downside with the Prospects League is that all teams won't play all the teams. Yeah. Divisions or geographic, that would make sense. Multiple sites. How do you rank our top 9 within our division? Patty, within our division, I think it's right up there. I think 1 through 9, it could be the deepest. You know, we don't have the same top end talent like, say, in Edmonton, but our third line, for instance, if it's one of Hoglander or Podkolzin with Pearson and Dickinson, that's pretty strong. It's not amazing. I think our top 6 is very good. So, yeah, I think we're right up there for sure. Would I say we're the best? I'd have to look at the other rosters once more. How much cap space is left when you add Michael Furlan's? About 16 to 16.5 million. Travis Green, I think Ulevi makes the third pairing on opening night since he killed penalties. Defensively sound and doesn't require waivers. It's going to be his spot to lose, though. Yes, Travis, the other thought is I've always thought that for that reason Rathbone would start in Abbotsford. But I heard that if the Canucks call up Rathbone throughout the season, then it triggers a bonus that will count against the cap. So interesting factors to think about. Clay, should I go to a preseason game? My dad's from Abbey. Up to you. If you're okay not seeing all the players, then yeah, they're fine. They're black collars with spikes on them, like the tough guys put them. Okay, no, I don't think ladies should be wearing that. Jim, I'm like the best public speaker in history and stuff. Pat, have you been to Bear Mountain Golf Course in Victoria, supposedly co-owned by ex-NHLers Jeff and Russ Court? No, Pat, I've not been to that one, but I've heard of it for sure. Rome, if you look at the Canucks website, Benning shares a lot of staff listed as advisor to the general manager. That's fine. I guess they got a pretty big office or a big boardroom. I did not know that. That's funny. Neutral sites, yes. Lucas. Cap Friendly says 10. Yeah, Cap Friendly is wrong, Jogpal, because it has two extra forwards and one extra D-man listed, but they don't have Podkolzin listed. So add basically 2.5 million to that number that they have to get you to 13 million. And then, yeah, they have too many forwards listed, and they have too many defensemen listed, but they don't have Podkolzin listed, I don't think, yet. So yeah, they're about 3 million off. You add that 3 million back, and then you add 3.5 for Furlan. That gives you your 16.5. Good. I mean, you guys are talking to each other, which is great. Dexter, these my last name. These emo girls need to be sent to military camp or something. Military, I can't stand their dog collars and handcuffs and stuff they wear. Well, I don't know. You got to send them to a military camp, but I guess they're expressing their creativity, their freedom, their individuality. I just don't think it's the great look. Jock, but what happens when season starts but Hughes and PD aren't signed? Well, yeah, they can't play to their sign. So I think by that time they will get signed. I think they're going to put pressure on their own agents to get a deal done. They certainly don't want to miss regular season games. They'd rather not miss preseason games, and therefore they'd rather not miss training camp, but it might take a couple days. But I really don't see the Canucks, if they're all in and Jim Benning wants to go make the playoffs, there's no way that they're going to leave them unsigned. So it's going to be tricky. It's a tricky negotiation, right? Because right now, Pedersen and Hughes' agent know that the Canucks are in a tough spot. Travis Green, I don't think Quinn Hughes will ever become an elite shutdown D-man. I agree with that, but the expectation for him is to hold his own defensively with his partner. Yes, he has to. That's why he's called a defenseman. Dexter, individuality, they are handcuffed together for heaven's sake. Okay, I didn't know that part. Or maybe you said that, I didn't read it. Yeah, that's not a good look. Lucas, I heard a report that they have signed off, but they aren't making official until they're back to town. I've heard that as well, but Rick Dollywall, who I trust the most out of all Canucks media insiders, he said that is not true. So depends on who you believe, I guess. Jim says, the reason I have so many advisors is that so I stay up to date on the latest hair gel fashions. Well, you're doing a great job. Patty, are you optimistic about OEL having a bounce back season? Excited to see Garland a better team? Yes and yes. Ekman Larson saying the right things, but I truly believe with better players, with a better structure and a better team that he will do better. How much better remains to be seen. As for Garland, I can't wait. I watched his highlight package and I think he's going to be really, really good. NZ Derek Dorsett is a legend. He was good. Jogpal, going to Seattle game? No, I won't be going to. The first one, I have to play the piano at a wedding on October 23rd, so I can't go to that. And the second one is January 2nd or something, right? I doubt that I'll be making it down. Sorry, not a Seattle-Vancouver game. I would definitely, although that would be the most fun, I would look into a Seattle against someone else game if it worked out for me, or if I could make a weekend trip out of it with my family. Have you been a guest on Donnie and Dolly? No, Fillmore. I've had both of them on my show individually on my channel, but I've not been a guest on their actual show. I haven't actually done a lot of mainstream media. Like I haven't been on Sakaris and Price. I haven't been on Donnie and Dolly. Haven't been, for instance, on the Vancast. Although they've talked about me when it was the Patcast, for sure. I've been on some other podcasts, for sure. I've been on TV, CTV, Global, CBC, but I haven't been on some of those type of shows. And I've been on Sportsnet 650, of course. Travis Green, did you hear that 8x3 and 8x8 rumor for Petey and Hughes yesterday on Twitter? I've seen those numbers. In fact, those are the numbers that I've predicted, but no, I haven't seen it from anyone totally credible for sure yet. Fango, do you think the Sedins twins will do a good job? Yeah, I think so. I think they're too smart not to. Yikes, Dexter. Jim, I answered this. I do not think that Demko and Pullman share resemblance, or at least I haven't seen it yet. Lucas, why not ask Rick? Ask Rick to go on the show. It's kind of not my style. If that's, oh, sorry. I don't know, Lucas, if you're asking for me to ask them to get on the show, or if you're asking me to ask him about the contracts. So if you clarify, I'll answer that better. Brock Besser over under 43 goals, under, but he can get 30 to 35. Jock Powell, who do you think is the best forward and best D new signing this offseason? Are you talking about every team? You got to like the Dougie Hamilton to New Jersey. And then forwards. I have to think about that, actually. Justin, hypothetical question. Do you think the Canucks would have been more exciting to watch if Joe Sakic came home to play 2005-2009? Do you think that impacts Henrik's position as number one center? Yeah, I think Henrik then is a solid number two center. And yeah, the Canucks would definitely be more exciting. There's always something about a hometown guy, especially when he's as good as Sakic is. Good question. Yeah, Salo needs some protection down there. Rome, that's funny. Yeah, everyone looks the same when wearing masks. Both technically. Yeah, so thank you, Lucas, for the clarification. I probably won't ask Rick to be on his show, but spoiler alert, he has agreed to be on the 24-hour live stream, which is a month from now. So that's kind of cool. Shiraz, you're close to fame in several ways, Clay. Being friends with Maria Huey would be one of them. Yeah. Yes, she reminds me all the time that I ride her coat. No, just kidding. I say that. But yeah, no, I don't care about the fame, but I will admit it's kind of cool when I'm walking, when I'm recognized in public places, whether it's a restaurant or at the mall or even down the street. In Victoria, I got recognized, which is kind of cool. And certainly at games, that's not why I have this channel, but I think it's kind of, I think it's kind of cool, admittedly. Oh, Canucks only. Sorry, Jock Paul. I'm most excited about Garland up front, and there's really only one new guy on D. It's Pullman. Hey, Clay, have you been on Czech TV? I don't think so. Lucas, Clay, do you feel the squad has the same vibes as the 2011 team? Do you feel more optimistic? Very optimistic, especially about our forward group. We'll have to see them play, though, before I say they have the same vibes as 2011. Edmund, fun prediction. Who gets the first Canucks goal this season? I'm going to go with OEL or JT Miller. I'm going with Connor Garland. Travis Green, I love Besser, and I do believe he can put up points to justify a 7.5 qualifying offer, but have you seen him drive play often? On the lot of lines, usually Petey and Miller who do that. Yes, that is correct. I was going to say Binisher is the fesser. Besser is the finisher, for sure. Do I know what the Edgar haircut is? No, I don't. And yes, Lucas, I'm excited that Rick is going to come on that 24-hour stream. Jim Benning, by the way, Clay, do you know I live right next to Marion Gabrick's abandoned mansion? I decided to prowl on his windows and a bunch of graffiti saying LTIR. Very good. Very good. Jeffrey Pedersen's holdout is going to hurt the locker room, perhaps. But I think if he's there by training camp, all will be forgotten. Have reached out to John and John for Zoom chat. If you're talking about John Shorthouse and John Garrett, no, I have not yet. But if I see them at the golf tournament, maybe I should. Jim, I agree with you. This is at least there's our best roster up front since 2015. Who is the current version of Bure and Russ Courtnall? That duel was fun. They had speed and usually scored goals. Didn't we have Jeff Courtnall, not Russ Courtnall? I think it was Jeff that we had. But yeah, it would have to be Petey and Brock, I guess, if you had to pick two guys. OEL bounce back season, says Edmund. Lucas also says bounce back year. Who scores the first preseason goal? Let's go with Connor Garland as well. Look up the Edgar haircut and give us a live reaction. Okay, this better not wreck my phone either. Edgar haircut. Oh, yikes. No. Even my flat top. I don't know if you can see it back there. Even my flat top was better than that Edgar haircut. Wow. But thank you. All right, we'll do 4 more minutes of these type of questions, and then we'll get to Ask Me Anything. I'll go fast. Oh, we had Rescore. I'm sorry. Fangirl probably won't believe the Canucks will win the cup until the final 2 minutes of the game. Is Jordy Ben still on the team? No, he's gone. He got traded to Winnipeg, and then I don't know where he is now. Why did Gabrick not sign with us in 2009? I don't know. I don't remember that story, Jim. Yes, Duffman, I am so ready. I hope you're ready as well. NZ, we need to have a true fighter. No, I don't think we need to. So I don't know if we have one. We had both Courtnall brothers. Thank you. Harry, I'm great. Hope you're well as well. Rome reminds me we had both Courtnalls as well. Sorry, guys. Yes. I appreciate the correction. I have no problem being corrected. Cena John. Yes. Thank you for being here. A shout out to Cena John for being here. Also from Richmond, like me. JDS, Clay, you should see about going on Czech TV. That'd be really cool. And when you're on Global, did you get to meet Squire Barnes? No, I've not met Squire Barnes yet. What are your thoughts on Hoglander changing 36 to 21? I don't know what the history is, if he wore that before, but maybe he's channeling Louis. I'm fine with that. Although I know some people bought 36 Hoglander jerseys for sure. Jeff was there but left. Russ was traded for Greg Adams. The brothers did play one season. Thank you, Fillmore. Dexter Clay, if the Canucks win the cup, you have to get the Edgar haircut deal. Fine. Jim, I'm not convinced of this defense yet. I know we've had some pretty bad defenses, but even this one might not be that good. We'll see. Okay, Dexter, this is the last thing I'm going to look up just for you. Winged eyeliner. I'm sure my kids know what this is. Oh, no. Too unnatural. Don't like it. When do you think we'll hear about Arizona's fate? Could be any time during the season. Fangirl, maybe at the end of the season. Thank you, Lucas, for spreading the good word of membership with Harry. Gabrick instead of Samuelson. I don't know. I think Gabrick's good, but I think it had more to do with Hamihu's injury. Clay, it's Burr, not Bira. Bira. When I mentioned what? Burra or Bira? Enzi, tell me what you're talking about. I know you left a comment. I don't know what you mean. Burra, Bira? Ash, don't we have McEwen as a true fighter? Yeah, Travis Green doesn't trust him every day for some reason. What did we get for Eric Goodbranson? I'd have to look it up, but probably a draft pick. Oh, no, that was Tanner Pearson. That was a good trade. I think it was Tanner Pearson. I met Squire Barnes. Nice. Can we see each other, bro? Yeah, Cena, we can arrange that. Well, within reason. We'll see. I'm out and about a lot. Jordy Ben is now at the Wild. Thank you. What are your hopes on this season with the Canucks? I hope that they get them second in the division and win a couple playoff rounds. Hoglander wore 21 in Sweden. Thank you. That makes sense. Yes, Jim, I do need hair to have the Edgar haircut. That's true. Oh, is the way I say Bure? Bure. Oh, Bure. I see what you're saying. Yes, Edgar, Weird Dog, all those things. No, nose piercings. No, thank you. Cena John, that's fine about Harry. No, Jogpal, my church job is in Vancouver. I'm right across from Eric Hamber School. Right in the middle of Vancouver, Oak and 33rd. No problem, Noah. Yeah, I saw Monday Night Raw. It was good. I think a nice title change to shake things up. Dan Russell was indeed the best. I like Dan Russell a lot. My brother Jason coaches Dan Russell's son in basketball, or did. Hunter Shankarak just kind of fizzled out. Do you prefer Prime Hodgson or Michael Grabner? Unfortunately, Justin, I don't think we saw Cody Hodgson in his prime, so I'll go with Grabner. I think although Hodgson's the center, Grabner could actually score, right, and skate well. Nose piercings. Paver Bure. Okay, let's go with last 10 minutes. Ask me anything. So no more Canucks questions. No more hockey questions. I will answer anything that's non-Canucks or non-hockey, and then we'll wrap this up right at 11 o'clock. Except for this one. Do you think Gadjevich can make the team this year, Clay? No, I do not think that he will make the team, Noah. So you guys can ask me anything you want. Fangirl, have you had a chance to see Shang-Chi? Not yet. Yeah, and I know that you're hopeful, Dear Evan Hansen. That's the next movie I'll see, but I think I'll see Shang-Chi as well. I've heard really good things about it. How was your bowling tournament going? Well, Harry, it up until now it's just been like what they call cash games kind of thing. My bowling has gotten a lot better. I've improved a lot over the summer. In fact, I think with my dropped weight, I bowled 179, 182, 203 last day. So now we're starting up our Tuesday night league this Tuesday, and teams of 3. And my son Jacob drafted me. He couldn't get both me and Sean. Sean got drafted higher by a different team. So that starts on Tuesday, and I'll let you know how we do. But I'm excited about it, Harry. Thanks for asking. Have I seen... Oh, sorry. Beast Mode, I'll just answer this one, but then no more Canucks after this. Do you think Hughes and Pearson will be signed before training camp? Yes, but right before. Jogpal, have you seen Old? No, I haven't. I don't even know what Old is. I'm old, but is that a movie? Coach Rob, when you did drink pop, how many cans would you drink in a day? I could easily drink 2 liters, not every day, but I could drink 2 liters, like say a supersize from McDonald's and a couple cans. That's almost 2 liters or 1.5 liters. Sometimes I would average probably 1 or 2 cans a day, which is way too much. Dexter, Clay, thoughts on tattoos? Not my cup of tea. I'm not against them, but I would never get one. And if my kids asked me, I think I'd probably say no. Noah, what is your favorite book? Bible's probably too easy to say. Yeah, I like kind of leadership books. There's some books by a Catholic writer named Patrick Lencioni that I like. But there's not one book where I could say this is a book. I don't read a lot, to be honest with you. Just kind of read what I need to read for studies. Yeah, Reaction Club. I like Norm Macdonald. I grew up watching him. I thought he had great comedic timing, very witty. Loved his pacing, his tone, his style. Very sad. Are you hopeful, says Lucas, to see Seahawks at Lumen Field? Yes, I'd love to go. Also, MLB All-Star Game is heading to Seattle. Yeah, that one I'm not as interested in, to be honest with you. What is your favorite NBA team? That's a good question. I like the Suns. I like the Suns when they had Steve Nash, and I like them again this year with Devin Booker. I'm not a big fan of the super teams like Brooklyn, Lakers, Clippers. So maybe I'll go with the Suns. Shannon, how is the school going so far? It just started, but so far so good. Really enjoying the course. Thank you for asking, Shannon. Jim, coming the next stream with shades. Next Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday, Wednesday. So every Sunday and every Wednesday. Good, Harry. Yeah, go to Lucky 9 a lot. Keep doing your business. They're great. Jogpaul says movie. Is that old? Okay. No, I haven't seen it. Justin, do you think the Big E title change on Raw was a much needed pop and reaction? Absolutely. They're trying to keep eyeballs on their product. They know they're in trouble. Derek, do you think the Jays will get a wild card spot? Yes. How far do you think they'll go in the postseason? I don't know. They've been on such a good run. I think they could win a round. I don't know how the baseball playoffs works completely, but I know there are a lot of good teams ahead of them in the standings, right, that have been there all year. Oh, old is M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong's new movie. Okay. I will. I usually wait for those to come out on video, unless it's already out in video and not the theaters. Don't worry, Fangirl, you will get a strike. What is your best 80s movie? Ooh, that's a good one. E.T. I like E.T. Clay, can someone non-religious read the Bible? Absolutely, Dexter. There's a lot of good stories and what we call there's a lot of good stories in there that you could get a lot of, even if you're not religious. Parables was the word I was looking for. Stories with a lesson. You think the Whitecaps make the playoffs this year? Or do they crap the bed? I think they can make it. They had that really good run that ended against Portland, but they had that really good run. John Candy movie. I don't watch a lot of them, to be honest with you. How is Mickey doing? He is great. Needs a haircut. Thanks, Shannon. Clay, so you're not a fan of the Raptors? That's too bad. No, I'm a fan of them. I didn't say they're my favorite, though. If you asked me who my second favorite team was, I would have said the Raptors. I don't cheer for them just because they're from Canada, but I don't hate them because they're from Toronto. I like them. I was able to go to the Raptors championship parade, which was kind of cool. I heard a ding. Got a new subscriber, Shinta. Thank you, Shinta, for that subscription. Appreciate you. Old is not getting played in theaters. Interesting. Star Wars or Star Trek? Neither. Never seen a show of Star Trek in my life. I've watched 3 Star Wars movies, so I guess I have to pick Star Wars. Big E's more entertaining than Lashley. I agree. Giants versus Jays World Series. That'd be fun. Are you going to the Whitecaps game this year? Probably not, Harry. Not biggest fan of soccer. What was your favorite and least favorite subject in school? I was the best at math, and my least favorite was probably sciences. Name any. Oh no, French. I liked accounting too. Old was a disappointment. What are some cities you think Arizona would move to? Houston, Kansas City, or Quebec, I think are 3 front runners that you think of right away. Terminator or Karate Kid franchise? Ooh, not a big fan of either. I go with Karate Kid, actually. I'm not big on Terminator. Thoughts on the movie Footloose? I can't remember it. I watched it once when I was young. Favorite thing you wish would come back? Maybe just... my favorite thing that I wish would come back, cheap Slurpees. I don't know. Grizzlies. Let's say the Grizzlies. Shyamalan Ding Dong has good movies. Yes, he does. Were you a fan of Richard Pryor? Yes, I liked him. A little bit crude. Dexter, what are some main takeaways who is non-religious could get from the Bible? Respect for another person. Respect what's called the corporal works of mercy. Clothing the naked, feeding the hungry. Just being more aware of the problems in the world and how blessed we are to have our health, to have food, clothing, possessions, and that there are a lot of people that need our love. And thanks again, Shinta, for subscribing. Do you put much stock in a Kraken versus Nucks rivalry? I think it's fun to start off, right? Geographic rival, finally, that's ours instead of Calgary or Edmonton. They can rival with themselves. True rivalries, though, aren't born until the playoffs. So do I put much stock in it? Not right now, but it's a fun thing. It's a fun story for sure. Favorite city, village in BC outside the Lower Mainland? Kelowna. I like Kelowna. Do you like hiking? I do know. I'm not the biggest hiker. I'll never, do a 10-hour hike. Grouse grind nearly killed me. But I like more casual, enjoying nature, getting my steps, being with people I like. But I'm not going to try and conquer like a mountain or anything for the heck of it. Bring back the Grizzlies, indeed. when you're done the stream, are you going to 7-Eleven for a hot dog? No, I've never eaten a hot dog from 7-Eleven. That's pretty funny. And we are at 11 o'clock. So thank you guys. I'm going to wrap up here. So going forward, Sunday and Wednesday every week, and then there's Canucks After Dark on Monday. So that means I'm basically streaming 3 times out of 4 nights every week: Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, but Sunday and Wednesday on here. Moderators, thank you for doing what you need to do. Lucas, thank you for your understanding. Jim Benning, thanks for keeping it clean, and thanks everyone for working that out. It always works out. I never worry about that kind of things. Thanks to the new subscribers. Appreciate you. Thanks to all of you that are already subscribers. And again, thanks to my sponsors, Perform and Transform, Monkey 9 Brewing, Gassy Jack Art, and Zawada Mortgages. So I will see you guys on Sunday night. But prior to that, just keep tabs on my channel. Keep supporting me. I appreciate it. Like this video on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And on the weekend, I'll be looking for questions for my Ask Me Anything vlogs, as always. Rookie training camp on Friday. Main training camp next Thursday. And then Canucks start the season October 13th or October 12th, I think. October 12th. And then my 24-hour live stream exactly a month from now, October 15 and 16. Okay, friends. Thanks again for your questions. And I hope that you guys stay safe, stay healthy, that you take care of each other, and you take care of yourselves, of course. 100 years ago, everyone owned a horse. Only the rich people had cars. But now, today, in 2021, everyone has cars, and only the rich have horses. It's crazy to think how the stables have turned. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.